All right, speaking of the AI boost in big tech, D.A. Davidson out with a new note saying that out of the mega cap names, Meta is the best positioned in the future of tech platforms, initiating the stock at a buy with a target price of about $600. I think it's in the 520 area right now. Joining us now is the analyst behind that call, Gil Luria, senior software analyst with D.A. Davidson. Gil, what is Meta's edge, and why are you so confident it can add $80 to its stock price?
Yeah, so if we think about the Mag 6 that we now cover all of these stocks, they're all going to benefit a lot from AI. Some of them are getting the credit for that. Microsoft, NVIDIA are getting the credit for that. Apple's getting the credit for that. It's Meta and Amazon that are not necessarily getting the credit for how well positioned they are. Specifically for Meta, the next two big frontiers for compute are AI compute and spatial computing. And in both of those realms, Meta has positioned itself best as the open platform provider. So if you think about PCs and mobile, we have closed provider, which is Apple, and then we have the open platform, which in PCs is Microsoft, and in mobile is Google. But if you think about where we're headed in terms of AI compute, Microsoft, Amazon, Google are all fighting for that closed platform for AI compute. And only Meta has positioned itself to be the leader in open platform. Same for spatial compute. Apple has positioned itself as the leader in the closed system with Vision Pro and where that's going to progress. And only Meta is investing heavily in being the open platform for spatial computing. So they're doing well now. They're not getting credit for it at 20 times earnings. And they're probably as well positioned as anybody for the next two big waves of compute.
Forgive me for not knowing this, Gil, but I guess I need a little bit of a tutorial on what open versus closed compute means, specifically in the AI area. What is the distinction here, and why have so many of the others gone to what you would describe, like Microsoft and so on and so forth, have gone to what you described as the closed compute model? Just walk me through that a little bit and why it's so important.
Yeah, so if you remember, so OpenAI was supposed to be an open compute platform for foundational models. They've gone the other way. They've closed the model, and they and Microsoft really now control it, and they control how the model works, what the weights are, and they sell that as an end product. Google is keeping its Google Gemini as a closed platform, and then Amazon is mostly aligned with Anthropic, whose Claude model is also closed, meaning they know how it works, only they know how it works, only they know what the weights are, only they can control that. Well, Meta's taken a different approach. The Llama model, you can see how it works, you can use it as you wish, and you can control the weights to make it work for you, as opposed to have to pay one of those those closed source models to use the model.
Gil, I also wonder how much of this is Meta using AI effectively to optimize advertising, which is what a lot of these businesses come down to. How important is that in kind of thinking about where the stock price could go?
Incredibly important, because again, of the group of six, the two that are not getting credit are Meta and Google. They're both trading at less than market multiples. And the reality is that AI is already helping Meta's business. They have already gotten a lot better at delivering ads and getting higher yields using AI. They are benefiting from that as a tailwind, where on the other side, Google is going from 90% market share in search to something less than that as AI gets incorporated. So of the two big mega caps that are not getting credit for AI, Meta is actually already getting a tailwind.
Where do you think, you just said something very tantalizing, and that is that Google is its commanding position in search is under attack. How much smaller will their market share be, do you think, in 5 years?
I think that's the biggest debate on Google, and it's an ongoing debate. But we know one thing, which is once you're at 90% share in search, you can't go higher than that. Yeah. There's only one way to go. And the other thing we know is that the Department of Justice has picked this particular time to come after Google search and its monopoly, because they're saying as we transition from just search to search plus chat, AI enhanced search, don't want Google to have a monopoly. That's in what they're saying, and therefore Google is going to have to fight uphill from now on.